Now, as I already told you that any kind of value you can store directly, like because Python is a dynamically typed language. So if I'm just the way a is equal to 2, so when I'm going to print the value of a, because if I'm using this, see, if I'm using a print a without the quotes, that means the value of a it will give you. The value of a is 2. Same way, if I'm using here with the inverted, if I'm going to use a, in that case, now this print method executes or display that particular thing which is in between the inverteds. So now when I'm going to run this code, you can see the output 2 and a. How? Because a without inverteds will give you the value of a, and then this a, because it is inside the inverteds, will give you exactly same thing whatever you are going to write in it. So let me write any other thing over here. Let's run this code and you can see the output here. Whatever you are going to write in between the inverteds, the same thing will be displayed in the output screen. Now, the next thing is there is a twist here. The twist is when I'm going to run this code, before that, let me use a pen here. When I'm going to run this code now, what will happen here is basically in A we have 2. In A we have 2. Okay, the value of A is 2. Now you are printing the value of A. Value of A is 2 here, 2. And after printing anything, the cursor is just after that, no? Like this one. Suppose if I'm going to open a notepad. So if I'm writing here 2. So just after printing 2, my cursor is just after that. Now, as you can see, it is blinking here. After that, I want to display in my output screen this value. Let me write it like this, ABC. Okay, so now I want to display ABC. So because I'm not giving any kind of instruction that go to the next line, then why I'm getting this kind of output? I'm getting the output like this, 2 in the next line ABC. But because they're not giving any kind of instruction, it needs to print the value like this, no? Let me show you what exactly I'm trying to say. When I'm going to run this code, you can see the output here. The output is, first of all, print my Python code. Again, I'm not giving any kind of instruction here to go in the next line, because computer or any machine is only able to follow the instruction. So here, as you can see, I'm not giving any kind of instruction to go to the next line to the cursor. So why it is coming to the next line? Also, you can see we have some space here, but it is not including any kind of space here. One more thing, in A we have 2, it is not displaying here because in output screen only that thing will display, which is basically inside the print statement. If anything is not inside the print statement, that will not display in the output screen or in the shell. Okay, so print A. Okay, the value of A is 2, so it prints 2. Again, you can see now the cursor will be next line here. Print ABC, it prints ABC, and again cursor in next line. Why it prints the value in next line? Why not in same line if I'm not giving the instruction as well? So let me tell you this thing. Let me tell you about this one. So in this case, what will happen? No, by default, in a print statement, no, when you're going to write print statement here, print, you can see value. We have a sep value, we have end value, we have file value, and flush value. Okay. Let's talk about now. You can see here in end we have slash n. Now, what is the meaning of slash n? Slash n means next line. Slash t means tab space. Okay. So it is the default value for this print function. So print slash n that means go in the next line. Sep means when you're getting any kind of separator, means comma, you will display a kind of single space. Okay. So let me tell you how exactly things work. Let me print 2 is equal to 5. And then I'm using here A by B. And here I'm printing only A. Let's see what will be output of this code. Let me mention one thing here that, or let me write it here. Okay. So every time, let me write down it here so that I can show you also this thing. In A, suppose we have 2. In B, we have 4. And then I'm using here print A. Again, I'm printing here print A comma B. and then I'm printing here A, B, C. Let's see what will be output of this code. Okay. First of all, because in Python we are using interpreter eternally, so one line by line it executes the code. So the execution starts from this line, the first line. A is equal to 2. So we have a space in the memory where we have 2. The value of A is 2. Same way, the value of B is 4. Okay. Now, this line is executed. Now we have another line. Print A. By default, in every print statement, we have sep value as a single space, and end value is a slash n. Slash n means next line. Let's see how it actually works. So print A, that means print the value of A. Value of A is 2. It prints 2. Cursor is here, but now you can see just after that, we have no value now. Okay. So if there is no value, that means end of the print. End of the print means slash n means cursor will be next line. So now this cursor becomes in the next line. Okay. Understand how actually cursor moves, which is a very important step, everyone. Now, the next thing is print A, comma B. After that, we have next line of code. So print A, comma B. That means print the value of A. Value of A is again 2. Cursor is here. Now, in between, now we need to print the value of B. But in between A and B, we have a comma, means separator. So by default, Python understands the value of comma as, or the print statement understand the value of comma as a single space. So just after that, now with a single space, the cursor becomes here. We have a single space here. Print the value of B. Value of B here is, you can see 4. Again, cursor is here just after 4. End of the print, because now we have nothing to print. So slash n means cursor will be next line. And then again the last line. So print A, B, C. It is in between the inverts. That means we don't need to print the value of A, B, C. So just print A, B, C. Cursor will be here, but again, end is equal to slash n by default. So in this case, cursor will be next line, and this will be the output. Okay, I hope this part is clear to you. After that, I'll give you some exercise also that you can just clear your doubts as well. If you're having any query again, you can just rewind that particular recording once again. You can understand the process. Again, if you're having any query, just let me know. Okay, whatever process you need to follow, just follow the process, or you can keep the query or write the query in the discussion part as well. Now, so let's see the output here. Print the value of A. In the next line, 2 space 5, it will not print comma, but in place of comma, it prints space. Okay, and then in the next line, ABC, and then cursor in the next line. Let's see. Run this code and you can see the output here. 2, first of all, my Python code, cursor will be next line. 2, cursor will be next line. 2 space 5, cursor is the next line, and then ABC cursor is the next line. Okay. Now, let me open the file once again. Let's run this code. Let me give you one more example for that. Okay, one more thing. If you want to know, you can use any other value for sep and end. It's up to you. Okay, so suppose if I'm using here sep, I'm using here end is equal to hash. Okay, here I'm using sep is equal to at. Okay, and end is equal to hash again, or maybe let me use your star. Suppose this is how it looks like. Okay, if you want, you can change any 1 or 2 value or more than that also. It's totally up to you. But as you can see here, I'm not changing any value. Here also I'm not changing any value. Only in these 2 lines I'm changing the value. Here only the value of end, here the value of end and sep. Let's see how it works. So first of all, it print my Python code, my exactly the way it written in between the inverteds, my Python code, cursor will be next line. Okay. Now in A we have 2, in B we have 5. Print the value of A. Value of A is 2. Cursor is here. Now we do not have anything to print, so end is equal to hash. That means end is equal to by default slash, that will cursor will be next line. But now this time end is equal to hash. Hash means now we don't need to go in the next line. We need to print only hash here. Cursor is here. Why? Because the meaning of slash n is next line, not the value of the hash. We can just print hash here. Cursor will be same line. Now print the value of a. Value of a is 2. We have a separator here. So the value of separator is by default space, but here we have a value of separator is at. So it prints at here. Now the value of b, which is 5. Okay. And then again cursor will be star. Here is no slash n. That means again star. Cursor will be in same line. And then print ABC, it prints ABC in the same line. Now end is equal to slash n. By default, the value of end is slash n. So the cursor will be in next line. This will be the output. Let's see. Run this code and you can see the output here. My Python code 2 hash 2 at 5 at ABC, sorry, star ABC. Okay. I hope this part is clear that how actually how actually print function works. Okay, everyone? Now, again, you can understand some more example. Let me give you, just pause this video and I'm giving you some of the example, try to solve it. Okay. And check the answer. Okay. So in place of, let me just comment it out. One more thing. Let me, let me just use the comment part. I'll discuss you what is actually comments. Okay. But before that, let me give you the example or let me give you the exercise for that. Okay. So here is my exercise. Suppose in Python, if you want, no, you can print the, you can define the value like this way also. Okay. So in A we have 2, in B we have 3, and in C we have 4. This is also a way to put the value in the variables. Okay. Now, suppose if I'm using here print A comma B comma C and is equal to, let's use 33, print B comma A, sep is equal to 56, and then I'm printing here print A and sep is equal to ampersand. Okay, so now try to solve this query and write down in the copy that what will be output of this code in the output screen. Okay, this is the task for you now. Pause the video and try to solve the query. Okay, if you want, I can just run this code also. You can match the output as well. I hope you find out the output. Let's run this code and you can see here. This is the output. Let's see how and why. So first of all, in A we have 2, in B we have 3, in C we have 4. So print A, comma. So by default sep means single space. So here you can see we have not defined any sep here. So by default is single space. So now after one space the value of B, which is 3. After one space the value of C, which is 4. And then end is equal to 33. That means cursor is here actually. Okay, now we have nothing to print now. That means end of the print statement. So 33. So here it prints 33. Cursor will remain in the same line because of that end is equal to 33. Now here we do not have slash n. Now the value of B, separator. So separator value is 56 here. Then value of A, which is 2. Now end is equal to slash n by default. We have not defined it yet. So cursor will be next line. And then the value of A. Value of A is 2. Now end of print, we have nothing to print now, and there is no need of sep also because after separator we have nothing to print. So end is equal to slash n, so cursor will be next line. This will be the output. You can see it here also. 2 space 3 space 4, 33, 35, 62, and 2. Okay. I hope this part is clear to you. Just do practice on it. If you're having any doubt, just let me know. Okay. Now, after that, let me tell you one more thing, and that is about comments. Okay, let's see what exactly comments. For that, I'm going to open my bamboo paper. The same bamboo paper I'll share with all of you so that you can just find out the notes also and you can revise it up. Okay. So let's talk about what exactly comments in any programming language, not in Python, but in any programming language. So comments in Python or in any programming, it is a general term. Okay, in any programming language, what is the use of comments? Let's see. So every time, suppose if you're working in a company, okay, where you're developing a software, okay, by using Python, or for now I'm taking the example of Python because we're learning that programming language. So we are, by using Python programming, we're in the development sector, and we are creating, or we are just developing some software. And in a company, you are working as a team member. Okay, so you have a team, okay, and you are a part of that team. Okay, at starting. Now, the next thing is, suppose this is your team, or this is the project here where you are working, where your team is working actually. Okay, suppose four members are there or five members are there in the team. First one is a team manager, and suppose you are working in this particular part. These are the part of the project. This is the part one, this is the part two, this is part three, and this is part four. So four persons are working on the project, and the one person is a project manager. Okay, suppose you are working in a uh, like part one. Okay, you are developing the part one of the whole project, and in this case, you are working on it. Now suppose you are promoted, and now you are in another project of the same company. Okay, you are another project of the same company, you promoted, and now you are another project of the same company. In this case, what will happen? Suppose again you are part of this another project. Now this project is not completed, suppose. Okay, so in this case, what will happen now? In place of yours, some other person will had. Okay, so how the person understand? But now the person, that new person, needs to complete the project or complete the part one wherever you are working. So in whatever part you are working now, you use some kind of variables, some constants, or maybe some functions, some classes and all. So that person needs to understand now why you are using this a variable, why you are using this some function, why you are creating this class. So to add some details in your project, to add some details in your coding, you are using comments. Okay, so that if the new person read that particular project no, or the program no, they will easily understand what exactly you are working in it. Okay, so to add the details in the coding, we are using comments. Now one more thing, if you are writing that particular comment for the human, not for the machine actually, so a human can understand the, like a kind of Hindi, English, or Tamil, Malayalam kind of language, no? So in this case, that is not a format for the machines. A machine did not understand Hindi, English, or Punjabi, Marathi, or Malayalam, no? So that is in a form of human readable format, not machine readable format. So we are, if we are writing anything in comment section, that is basically skipped by the interpreter, because that is understood by the machine that this is not for us. Okay, that is only for the human. So that part of the particular program is skipped by the interpreter. Suppose if this program you are writing, this is the detailing part, you are writing some code, again some detailing part. Okay, so these parts are skipped by the interpreter because it is in human readable format. Okay, only the coding part is executed. Okay, so what is the use of comments? By using the comments, you can add details in that in your program. Also, by use of that comments, another new person is able to understand the whole coding easily. Okay, you can add some details in the program by using the comments, and that is skipped by the interpreter, it is not executed. I hope this part is clear. In Python, we have two types of comments. Okay, you can declare two types of comments. We have, let me define it here. So we have two types of comments: single line comment. First one is single line comment, and the second one is multi-line comment. Okay. Now, in single line comment, if you want to define a comment only for a single line, like this one, if you have this whole program, only a single line you want to add for the details, or you don't want to execute this line. Okay. So in that case, you can add a single line comment. Now, it is only applicable for a single line. Suppose if you are working on a program and you have multiple lines are there which you want to add as a details. So if you want to add the comment for the multiple lines, that is called multi-line comment. It define the comment, multiple line can be commented by just single statement. Okay. So to create a single line comment, we have a symbol called hash, and to create a multi-line comment, we have a symbol called triple quote. It can be single triple quote, whatever you are going to write in between the triple quote, it is a multi-line comment. You can use double triple quote also. Even you can write a triple quote as well. Okay. These two methods are there by which you can add the triple quote. Okay. You can define a multi-line comment. Let me give you the example for that. So as you can see, I'm using your triple quote to add the multi-line comment. But if I'm going to, let me write something here, print hello. So in this case, whenever the interpreter finds this statement, find this symbol, it understands that this is not a human, this is for the human readable format. This is not for the machine, just because of the symbol. So when you're going to run this code, you can see the output here. Oh, sorry. See, the output is only hello, not for these one, because these are now commented. These are not executed by the interpreter. Okay. Okay. Now, suppose if I'm writing here print xyz. Now I just want to let me run this code. You can see the output here. We have hello and xyz now. Now, suppose I just want to display hello, not this xyz. So you can just use single line comment. Now you can see we just have hello, not that xyz now. It is a single line comment. You can define a multi-line comment like this also. So any of the option is correct. Okay. I hope comments are clear to each and every one. Is that so? Okay. Now again, if any doubt, you can just rewind the video again, understand the concept. Okay.